the key to a happy life, the key to finding happiness wherever you are, to the unconditional alignment, to the happy life, which is the true success, is to stay up to speed with your desire. You see, life isn't going to continue to call it's going to call desires from you, or a better way to say it is you're going to get inspired. Continue. Life is coming at you, and the desires are always going to increase. You're always going to have lots of desires, and you're always going to be desiring, because you just can't help but live life and give birth to new desires. And those new desires, the thing is, you don't even have to manifest every single thing in order to be happy. But that's what happiness looks like. You're used to what happiness looks like in terms of a physical object, in terms of a physical, a physical sort of condition. But we're trying to get you to understand happiness in the way that it feels, in the vibrational frequency, in the ability to tune to it right now, because that's happiness. You came here as creators and you love the flowing of energy, and that's what you're here for. And if we can get you to understand that the flowing of energy is what you are actually really interested in, and if the flowing of energy is something that you're not only interested in, but you're something that is the new prize instead of the physical manifestation, then you can actually not only manifest everything that you want, but you get to have a happy life. So say you want something, you want a desire. Life causes you to give birth to a desire. I want more money. Well, I don't have any money right now. I want more money. And we're saying the key to a happy life is to stay up to speed with the fact that your inner being just became more. We're going to go back a few steps, because when you want something, since you have another version of you out there, you have your inner being, who is also a part of your team, who's also a part of your attraction process, who, when law of attraction shines its light on your inner being's point of attraction, is non-resistant. And guess what your inner being is thinking about? Your inner being is always thinking about the things that you want. And since it's offering no resistance, there's a lot of speed. There's that point. Your inner being's momentum is really, really quick. And that's what equals your emotions. That's what your emotions are about. That's what happiness is all about. To understand what being happy means, you have to understand who you really are, and who you really are is source energy, and you are an extension of this source energy. But you didn't get dropped off here by source energy, and you didn't get ditched. Source energy is still here with you in the form of emotion. That's what your connection is to your source energy. Your inner being is real, and that's why your inner being knows where everything that you want is, because when law of attraction responds to your inner being's point of attraction, it's gathering all the cooperative components. The law of attraction causes your inner being's point of attraction to be added to, or another way of saying that is there's a lot of momentum added. And so since there's a lot of momentum, then the cooperative components continue to be gathered. And you're the one who sets the stream, because you want it, you don't see it, and then you want it again, then you don't see it, and you want it again, and you don't see it, and then you want it again. And so that's what equals the stream. And so you got to stay up to speed with that. You have to stay up to speed with your energy, or else it's gonna hurt you, right? Because the thing is, our human friends, they think that manifestation means having it in my garage right now, having the money right now. But we're saying manifestation is about emotion. Manifestation is about feeling. It's about thought. It's about alignment. And so it's about how you feel right now. That's the real manifestation. Because once you understand that it's about how you feel, then you can have control over every other manifestation. Because you're used to condition. You want to talk about the condition. Money, this, that, condition. But we want you to find the unconditional in it. Because when you can find the unconditional and love the unconditional version, which is the emotion, which is a version that you can have right now, then you can have the happy life. You see, the happy life that you're looking for is that vibrational alignment. A dream that feels good to you right now is success. Feeling good right now because you're stepping back and going very general and saying, you know what, I have the vibrational version of everything that I want, and I can tune to everything. Then you're in that moment, you're happy. And that's what joy really is. Joy is a success that you're looking for. That's true though. The true joy, or the true success, is joy. And you're right, there are the manifestations of the dollars, the homes, the empires, and all that, but the joy is always first. Because when the joy is first, then everything else is really seamless. You see, we're not against manifestation. This is just how to get it. There's a vibration, and then there's a thought, an idea, and then there's more ideas, and then there's impulses. And once you have that inspired action or those impulses, then you're experiencing the physical manifestation. So you're in the process of manifesting many things, because it's all already vibrationally 99% completed before you see anything. So all of your desires are in various stages of you being ready to receive them. Because you're the realizer of these desires. You're the vibrational realizer. You are the perceiver of your own life experience. So you know what that means? That means that this life experience isn't as real as reality. It's not as real as you think it is. It's just your vibrational interpretation of it. It's your opinion. It's how you're seeing things, and not everyone is seeing everything the way that you're seeing. And so you got to get over trying to get anyone to understand you, because it's not their job to understand you. And you waste a lot of your time trying to get people to understand you when they can't understand you, because they don't know about your point of attraction. They don't know about your source energy. They don't know what's in your vortex. Only your inner being does. And lucky for you, your inner being is your other point of attraction. So you have two point of attraction. You have one where you are right now, and your inner being's point of attraction, which is in the vortex. So that's the only thing that being happy, isn't it interesting? That's the only thing that being happy is all about. So you got to stay up to speed with your desire. When life causes you to want more money, you got to go with the money. But then you have questions of, oh, but I don't know how I'm going to get the money. You're involved with the conditions of it. Like, when am I going to get it? How am I going to get it? What can I do? And so you want to take action right now, because you want results right now, because you're used to results. You're used to action. And we're saying, but we want you to find alignment first, because when you find the alignment, and the action that you take is easy. This is how to get your manifestations, but it's effortless. You don't pay a price. You're just happy, and everything you want comes. And there, people, they witness you just being happy and getting everything that you want. It almost sounds like you don't have, a direction. You don't have goals. You're not typical in that, you don't work hard, because you understand alignment, because you're spending all of your time aligning. Because when you spend all of your time aligning, rather than just jumping into action, then the action that you take is very seamless. It's very effortless. It's very magical carpet ride like. And you always know. You just know things. You just know because you spend time, aligning the energy. So you're watching, you're witnessing everything maturing. You see, our human friends, they don't want to call their manifestations real until they can see it. And so they're like, I'm not successful yet because I don't see my results yet. And so we say, but the thing is, the ultimate result is how you feel. The real success is joy. The joy is what you're looking for. It's the joy. And in any given moment, if you're feeling joy, then you're a success. But then you must say, well, I don't see manifestations. And that's the thing. You're on the brink of all of your manifestations, but instead of taking it all the way home, instead of being the realizer of it, you're realizing the absence. Because what that means, in any case, if you're not experiencing what you want, is that you're more talking about the absence, because you like to tell it the way it is. You like to tell the truth. You're truth tellers. Because you're raised in environments where adults were always asking you, tell us exactly what happened. Tell us what happened. Not what you thought happened, but what happened objectively. And so that wasn't exactly the most wrong thing. It's just that it taught you a bad habit, which was to tell the truth. So you're constantly telling the truth, which is these processes aren't working. I've been happy for 3 days and I still haven't seen anything. I don't see the results yet. And we're like, but happiness is the result, because that's the first sign that you're doing the manifestation work right. You just feel right. You feel good. And the thing is, if you're feeling good, then you're a success. But you're like, no, I'm not seeing the results yet. And then we say, well, that's why. Ooh, that's why you don't see the results, because you keep saying you don't see them. And because the second that you say you don't see it, the second that you introduce that resistance, the second that you want a manifestation right now that you don't see, you literally offer a vibration that blocks your ability to perceive it. It's actually that simple. It's just that in any given moment, you can either block, or you can go with, or you can either block, or you can allow the perception, the reception of your manifestation, of your desire, of the things that you're looking for, of your empire, of your books, of your songs, of your awards, of everything. You can have everything that you want. You just have to know how to do it. And in order to know how to do it, you have to know what it feels like. What do your desires feel like? Not what do they look like and how you'll get it, but what do they feel like? And when you talk about why you want it, you're always in the receiving mode all the time. Well, why do I want it? Because it feels good, because it feels right. And if that's the only thing that you do, then you'll spend more of time in the receiving mode. And the thing is, being in that receiving mode, let's say it like this. When you get up to speed with your desire, and what do we mean by up to speed? We mean that you and your inner being are thinking the same thought, or let's say like this, actually, you and your inner being are agreeing, and you're both in harmony on the subject, meaning both of your perspectives are meshing, not because your inner being joined you and your perspective, but because you took the time to join your inner being's perspective, because that's what alignment is all about. That's what the vibrational work is all about. It's about understanding that you're vibrational and that you have an inner being. And so you have to figure out why your inner being, or you have to reach, or you have to sort of fill in the blanks, or you have to feel for, because you can use your logic, but you can feel it, because your inner being always feels the opposite of what you feel if you're feeling anything other than enthusiasm. So you have to match the way your inner being feels. And that's what alignment is all about. Because once you align the way that you feel with the way that your inner being feels, then there's that first manifestation of a positive emotion. And once that emotion is there, then now you're translating what you want. Now you're translating the vortex, because your inner being isn't holding it back. Your inner being is just saying, this is like a radio. You have to go to our channel. You have to find us on our channel, not because you have to, but because it feels good to. Ooh, you're not manifesting because you have to. You're manifesting everything that you want because it just feels good. You can't talk smack about one desire without talking smack about every single desire, and you know that because this is a vibrational tuning sort of universe. Anything that you tune to, you get more of. So That's why the better it gets, the better it gets, and the worse it gets, the worse it gets. Because once you tune to a channel, you're gonna get everything on that channel. It's like when you feel bad about something, you're gonna be reminded in that moment of everything that you've ever felt bad about, because every thought that you ever thought is still out there, and they're literally like, in these radio stations that are ordered by the subject matter, by the vibrational subject matter, the feeling subject matter. And so when you hop into that feeling, you're gonna get every single thought on that, because you're streaming thoughts, because you're a stream of consciousness, because law of attraction is the reason why you think your thoughts. So stay up to speed with your desires because it feels good, and not because stay up to speed with your desires, not because it will give you the manifestations, but because of how it feels. Because if you like how it feels, then you're going to stay in the receiving mode longer, and then you'll receive what you want. Then that's the most simple way to put it. But you don't want to call yourself a success, because that makes you look crazy, because you're like, well, I have bills to pay. It's been years since I've been manifesting everything that I want. I have a long list and have no idea how I'm going to do any of it. We're like, well, that's not going to work. How has that been working out for you? How is the approach of, I'm just going to think about it, I'm just going to pay the price, just tell me what to do, give me a process, tell me whatever to do, and I will do. I will pay the price, because you like action. But we're saying it's not about doing something different, it's about feeling different about where you already are. You gotta feel different about where you already are. You gotta feel like you're living the happy life already, because happiness is easy. And we know you're not used to happiness being so easy. You're used to happiness looking a certain way, but you're not used to the unconditional of happiness. And all happiness is, all staying up to speed with your desire is no longer talking smack about it. But what does that really mean? Meaning, instead of talking smack about it, what you're going to do is you're going to reach for the piece of it that's easiest. And that sometimes that means going really general, stepping back, being very vague, not going into the subject too much, just being very, very simple about it, be very vague about that subject. It's here vibrationally. I feel the vibrational essence of it. That's very general, and yet you can feel it. Yet the feeling is still present. And once you're feeling positive emotion about your desire, the thing is, it has to manifest, because that's the law. But the thing is, if that's not the way that it's going, meaning it's not being so seamless, it means that you're introducing resistance into the equation. And pretty much all the time is because you want to see it right now, because the success is dependent on the feeling of success, the joy that you feel is dependent on if it's here or not, meaning it needs to be here because you got bills to pay. And the thing is, we know. But when you talk about the vibrational essence, when you find and take time to talk about the vibrational essence, the why do I want it? If you can identify the why, then you're going to be in the receiving mode. And when you're in the receiving mode, you're going to receive the impulses about what to do next. And that's what inspired action is. But the thing is, you gotta care more about feeling good than being right. You gotta care more about feeling good than the manifestation, just for now. And then the manifestation will have to come. But ultimately, you're already living. You're doing a really good job, because if you're spending more times in the day feeling happy, not because there's a condition that was just there and you just observed it. No, because you've changed, or you're spending time tuning. You're going general. You're caring about your point of attraction. So you're actually feeling unconditional. You're actually feeling good because of your own, mental vibrational tuning doing. So that's success. True success is joy. And if you're experiencing joy in any moment because you're talking about why you want it, because you're daydreaming, then you are a success. Success isn't just the money in the bank, because the thing is, manifestations, physical manifestations are just, it's not that they're not that great. It's just everything is better in your head. Everything is better in your mind. Everything is more fun, more enthusiastic in your mind, because the more time you're feeling satisfied in the becoming of your desire, then the more satisfying it will be. And that's the thing is, it's not that you can't make it happen, but it's just that it's not fun and it's more work than you want to do. And that's the thing. You're watching this and you feel resonant to this because you don't want to depend on your action, because you know that there's something more powerful. And that powerfulness is your inner being. Your inner being has a very powerful point of attraction that when you literally go against it, you can actually feel it. You feel the physical negative emotion. You feel the ramifications of the negative emotion. You feel it, and it doesn't feel good. And what we're saying is reality doesn't have to change. All you have to do is just change the way you see it. All you have to do is change your perspective, because that's what's hurting you. You can literally hurt yourself with your own thoughts, and that's what's happening all the time. That's what happens in any moment when you're talking to people, when you're in conversations, when you're in rendezvous, whenever you're doing something. Well, while you're walking out through the day, you're literally hurting yourself with your own thoughts, and we say stop doing that. Stop telling the truth. Stop being objective. Care more about how you feel, because that's the true power that you're looking for, to care about how you feel. And so now you understand this more than ever. Now you understand, I'm already living a happy life because I'm feeling better more of the times. So I'm living my happy life. And then you know what happens? You're satisfied. You're living that easy, breezy life. And then everything that you want naturally comes, and you're always able to stay up to speed with your desire. That's superpower. It really is. Being able to stay up to speed with your desire, because you're always launching rockets, but you're not always so good at keeping up with them, because you think you need to see it right now in order to keep up with it. But we're saying, if you can feel it, then you're good. If you can find the vibrational essence, if you can feel good about that subject, then you're up to speed with it. If you feel good, you're up to speed. And if you don't feel good, you're down to speed, so to speak.